Hello, Zeds and Allens, and welcome to another edition of Galaxoid and Nebular. This will be Galaxoid Nebular number 5, I believe. Although we've been doing it longer than that. It seems longer, doesn't it?
Well, when you mixed in the flipped cast days, yeah, it's been long. And we actually we podcast on my cast, which was the Mr. Brightside 916 cast, where we just played Terraria and stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems like it's been like over a year. Well, for
Yes.
those of us, for those of you that are tuning in, today we're going to be talking about Trailer Wars number 2, part 2 rather. Just this last month, or I'd say last 3 weeks, a lot of new trailers have released, and a lot of them vying for your attention. And of course, the big one is, what is it, Mr. Brightside?
There's a lot of big ones, but the biggest one to me is the Force Awakens.
Of course, we're the second they call it, well, they're officially calling it the teaser 2. So the one we got before is teaser 1. So first of
Right.
all,
So
introductions are in order.
is
I
this
am
like the teaser
Galaxoid.
wars?
Yeah, it is the teaser wars. Not the full intercourse. It's just the teaser.
Just the
A
tip.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the tip. So introductions really quick. Let's get that out of the way. I am Galaxoid. Your fellow Zed, and with me as always is Nebular, also known as Mr. Brightside 916 or Peter.
How's it going, guys?
And of course, we're talking about the Force Awakens teaser 2. It was released in conjunction with Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. There's a big bucket list convention out in Anaheim going on right now. If you're a Star Wars fan, you need to get on one of these big Star Wars celebrations.
Yeah, man, we need to plan on that 1 year. 1 year we need to go to a Star Wars celebration.
I'm telling you, the bucket list convention is the trifecta. The Star Trek, actually Star Trek Vegas is the big one now, and then Star Wars Celebration. Sometimes it's not in Anaheim. I think it's not always in Anaheim. The Star Wars Celebration Anaheim, and of course Comic Con, and those are the trifecta, I believe. Are there any
Yeah,
other big conventions you think?
I would toss in WonderCon is getting to the point where it's going to be just a Comic Con number two.
That's right. WonderCon just ended here recently. Yeah, WonderCon looks like if you wanted old school Comic Con, that's where you go to WonderCon. It seems very more friendly to like schmooze with celebrities and all your favorite
Yeah,
heroes, role models.
easier to get in too because you can buy badges there on site still.
Yeah, not so much of the virtual velvet red rope. That whole like disheartening thing.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Dangling the carrot in front of you and taking it away.
I'm always thinking that like one of the Dragon Cons or one of the anime conventions would be one that I would really want to go to. I'm not really too familiar with it, but yeah, one of the fantasy conventions that should be on a bucket list too. We'll
Oh,
write an
that'd be
article
awesome.
about it.
Yeah, we should. We're getting off topic, I feel.
That's cool. We're free flowing. We're free form and stuff like that. So going back to Trailer Wars Part Two, Force Awakens trailer dropped and or teaser 2 dropped, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play it. And if you want to, we're doing the same thing that we did last podcast. We're gonna synchronize it with us. We'll give you the 1, 2, 3 go, and then you're gonna press play. Now go to just the on YouTube if you can, if you're listening or if you're not in the car. Go to YouTube, find the official Star Wars Force Awakens teaser 2 that's released on I believe it's Lucasfilm, right? Or is it a Bad
I'm looking
Robot?
at Star Wars right now. Just plain old Star Wars on the Star Wars channel on YouTube.
Just a plain old Star Wars account there on YouTube, and let's get it started. You want to do the 3, 2, 1 count?
Yeah. All right. Ready? Three, two, one, go.
A little bit spooky.
Yeah.
So the
Great
Lucasfilm
lines.
logo, always nice to see that.
They didn't toss up a Disney anything up there, which was
No.
interesting.
And here's the money shot: the slightly used Star Destroyer for sale in the
Yeah,
background of Tatooine. We're
that's
assuming this is
actually
Tatooine,
this is
obviously.
actually planet Joku.
Ah,
It's a sandy planet.
pretty hard plastic. That Darth Vader's mask didn't melt at all there. It's got to be that PVC pipe.
R2, and that must be Luke. This is presumably Leia getting handed a lightsaber.
Her hands do look thin. I'll say that they're probably working hard on that.
And you have it too. This Christmas, open your Christmas present to receive the Force. Some X-Wing there. Those are the two new protagonists.
God, I love the darker Tie Fighters. I don't know what's up with them, but they look great.
I like the Dark Trooper.
Yeah. Of
So
course, the
yeah,
money shot
this
going into their engine.
yeah, and
Actually, I'm
yeah,
sorry, that's the money
that
shot.
one's everyone's favorite
Han
spot right
Solo and
there.
Chewbacca.
December.
And stop.
But you know what? The trailer or teaser rather had me right at the lines. The lines were pretty awesome, and of course this is Mark Hamill. That is talking. For some reason, there's speculation on who's actually talking, but it's freaking Mark Hamill, for fuck's sake.
Why would
It's
there be
Luke.
speculation about that?
I don't
It's
know.
quite
People
up.
think, oh, maybe it's not him, and who knows? Maybe this is just maybe not even lines pulled from the movie. That this is just lines for the teaser, which that makes sense. But
Well,
then they're
so
like,
they're saying that's our older Mark Hamill redubbing his famous lines from Return of the Jedi, or
yes, yes, I'm pretty sure that's what it is too. And there's speculation of who is exactly being spoken to. But I think if you watch the trailer, it's kind of obvious, or I think it's obvious. It's the freaking girl. That girl has to be related to Leia and Luke. It has to be like a daughter of Leia and Han Solo, is my theory.
and you said that character's name is Ray or something like
Ray,
a,
R
I
E
guess like
Y.
King, like El Rey de Chocolat, the Chocolate King, otherwise known as Willy Wonka. Look at Spanish, try to
Yes,
look it up.
yes. And she
So
looks very Padme-esque, if you can tell.
yeah, she does. She does. By the way, Mark Hamill, did you see him in? I'm not gonna get off topic, but he looked great in the Flash. He looked like he actually lost weight.
Oh, really?
Did
No, I
did you?
haven't. I didn't
Yeah,
watch.
he
He
played the
played
trickster. He
the
like revamped
trickster
the
again, right?
role,
Yeah, cool.
and he's been working hard to him and Carrie Fisher are working hard to lose a bit of weight, so they look like proper older Jedi Knights like Ben Kenobi did in the first
Oh,
one,
cool.
or
Why
episode
are
4 rather.
Jedi thin or something? I haven't. Is that a thing?
Well, they got that nice diet, so
Or
they
is
they
it
they
they
keep up their
choose
health.
not to eat? They only eat for necessity, not for pleasure, so they can't be gluttons, I guess, huh?
I don't know. Yeah, pleasure is not the Jedi way. You mean I can't have any sex and I can't eat what I want? What the hell is wrong with these fuckers? Screw
Yeah,
this.
no. The Sith, they're looking better and better each day.
Yeah, man, those guys have a feast every night. I heard they got turkey.
Come to the dark
Well,
side. We
at
have
any rate,
cookies and stuff.
the so Harrison Ford as Han Solo, he didn't look at all. He looked up to his I would say up to his fighting snuff there, the Kingdom of Crystal Skull fighting snuff.
Yep, yep. He's back in the saddle, ready to fly more planes into the ground. I think. Yep.
So yeah, yeah, let us know your opinions about that. Obviously, everybody's already seen it, but let us know on zombies2aliens.net. Comment on this
Yes.
podcast post,
Please do.
and let us know what you think. So
Okay.
now go
Oh,
ahead and
we're
you
gonna
go
move
ahead and
on.
premiere. Yeah, actually,
Oh,
if you still want to talk about it, go ahead.
yeah. I still have things to say. Okay. So one my big theory as I watched the trailer, I loved it. Especially Mark Hamill's lines and that whole family force stuff. But my big huge theory is I don't know how it's gonna pan out. But well, my favorite comic that's sort of the unofficial, in my mind, anyways, the unofficial sequel to the classic trilogy is Shadow of the Empire. And you want to talk about a little bit about Shadow of the Empire, Trey, or give it like a
Was
quick
that
synopsis?
Shadows of the Empire or Dark Empire, the one where Luke goes bad?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dark Empire. Shadow of the Empire is Dash Rendar.
So yeah, I'll give a brief synopsis. Dark Empire was the shoot, I wish I knew the authors and writers right off the head. If you can Google that, Pete, while we talk. So it was basically the story of what happened after the New Republic is formed, and they're still battling the remnants of Empire and stuff like that. And it turns out the Emperor was able to clone himself, and his consciousness was transferred into a brand new clone. And basically, Luke Skywalker goes to the dark side to try to destroy the Emperor. So Luke goes bad, and
Yes.
there's it's great artwork in that book. It was probably one of the biggest Star Wars like expanded universe books, one of the biggest ones that first came out. There was the World Destroyers. If you played what was it? It was Rogue
Rogue
Squadron on the
Squadron.
N64. They
Yeah.
had a
Oh
special
man.
level with the World Destroyers on it. So that was awesome.
That was actually Mon Calamari, I think, the planet. So that was yeah, that was awesome. But tell them why Luke. Well, yes, this is spoiler cast. So tell them why Luke goes evil, quote unquote.
Well, defeat the Emperor. I always thought, am I getting that wrong? Oh, he comes back and Luke goes evil to kind of like every Jedi tries to do, learn the dark side of the Force and defeat the Emperor. Did it? Unless
Yeah,
I'm remembering
that's
wrong.
it. Yeah, he's pretty much a double agent.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just love that whole series is the best. And apparently, it's written by Tom Veitch, Veitch, and illustrated by Cam Kennedy. He's the same guy who illustrated the oh god, what's that series called? Um,
You're not talking about Tales of the Jedi, are you?
yeah, isn't that the same person?
I don't know. Tales of the Jedi like switched artists like when it first like after like first six episodes with first six issues with the Ulick
Oh yeah.
drama, the Tot Danita guys.
Oh, okay, so maybe
But
maybe he worked on one of the books at least.
there's a lot of expanded universe though. I don't blame us
Yeah,
for getting confused.
but that Tales of the Jedi was what kind of inspired Knights of the Old Republic. They even tip their hat to it and talk about Ulick Kilo drama in freaking the first Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, you could even find the Quill drummer robes there in like one of those hidden caves as an Easter egg, and you can wear it around. Wearing
Yeah.
his robes, son.
Yes.
But
That would always be the damn history of Star Wars in my mind, anyways.
which leads us to what theory do you think Darth Revan looking character in the trailer is? Who is that Sith? Is it
Okay,
possible
so
that it could be a Emperor clone?
the new yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. The new baddie. After watching that trailer, for some reason I thought, hey, wouldn't that be cool if that was he takes off his mask at one point and hey, uh, in my mind it would be Michael Fassbender because he can do anything. And after that, it's like, oh, it's like I still don't recognize you. Like Luke's like confused, and then like it turns out he's just a clone of the Emperor.
Look, I might be really young and good looking right now, but truthfully, I know you because I'm a clone of the Emperor. You know.
It's just Michael
Oh,
Fassbender and
Michael
anything,
Fassbender,
really.
can I get you your
Yeah,
autograph?
really.
Magneto himself,
Wow!
nice.
Oh my God, that's awesome. But yeah, I thought that would be cool, and I don't know. I'm calling it now just in case it's a thing to call.
Well, isn't that? But wouldn't that be like I don't know. Wouldn't that be like that'd be the known route to go? I mean, J.J. Abrams did go with the known route with Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness, but he hid that very well. Will he go that same route for Episode 7 and have the Emperor show up again as a clone?
Yeah, I would like maybe not exactly that, but something pleasant like that would be nice. A little surprise would be awesome.
Hmm. So looking at the IMDb list there, I wonder who is in the robes.
No
Oh
Michael
man, I had
Fassbender, huh?
no Michael Fassbender. Who would be the other one that we would wish would be the young
A
emperor?
young Palpatine? Oh man, so if it's not Michael Fassbender, God, who's still like, oh, I was gonna say, God,
Is always gonna be Benedict
oh,
Cumberbatch too.
freaking, yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch would be good, or, who plays Loki? He's really good too.
Well, yeah, why not? Loki himself, yeah.
Or he can just be Loki, and then we have a crossover, and yeah, best movie ever.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So, any other theories about anything on it? By the way, I completely apologize. That stupid ball droid thing. His name's BB-8, and apparently he's gonna be the
Oh,
new R2.
he's
So
gonna be a big deal. Yeah, I saw that coming.
you probably, yeah. I guess you were worried about that, and other people were worried about that. Well, I guess continue to be worried, because I don't know, maybe everybody's worried about the new Jar Jar. I don't know if they're gonna have a
But
new Jar Jar.
think about it in like practical terms. R2 is kind of clunky, but he has his uses. Like shit comes out of him. Like what the hell use is like a rolling ball of a droid?
Well, you can play soccer if you're bored, on long space flights. I don't know.
Just I don't see the practicality of it in
There's
the
also
universe.
rugby. I guess I don't, I don't know.
Anyways, that's a gripe.
Hmm.
But no, I don't
Well,
have any more theories other than I do have theories, but uh this theory is about a video game, a special video game, and the reason why I now know that that planet in the beginning is not Tatooine is because of this little game coming out.
this little tiny game. Okay. Now, what you're gonna do? We're talking about Star Wars Battlefront,
Yes, dear
and
God, yes.
that trailer, that reveal trailer, just premiered today, also in conjunction with Star Wars Celebration. Man, if you're in Anaheim, go to that thing.
Yeah,
I
no
tell you,
kidding.
I don't know
Nah,
if it's sold
jeez.
out.
I'm kicking myself in the ass. But
As well, you
anyways,
should be.
yeah.
But yeah, so it debuted today, the 17th on Friday, and we're gonna go ahead and play that. So if you want to look it up on YouTube real quick, we're on the
Yes. The official one. I'm on
EA Star Wars
EUA Star Wars.
YouTube account,
Yep.
Star Wars Battlefront reveal trailer, and we're gonna go ahead and do the count. I'll do the count this time if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
PlayStation right off the bat.
Ah, freaking just
Let's
like the
ignore
game
that.
black.
Yeah, no.
It's only coming to PlayStation. You liars. Game engine footage,
So
my butt. That means
this
nothing
is
this day and age.
yeah. So this is Endor, obviously, or maybe you know what? Maybe it could be Kashyyyk. Who knows? But let's assume it's Endor. A lot of cool speed biking going on, shooting, and then right
Lots of
about
foliage, or
here,
like I like to call foliage.
nice. Here he gets shot out, and I hope that's something that can happen in the game. You get it shot off, and rather than just like die in midair or something.
Then explode, yeah. More dynamic battles, hopefully. Got the Halo shield,
Yeah, that's
and
interesting.
yup,
I get
guys, rocket pad and like rocket launcher just for the
yeah.
ATSD. What's up with
So
that,
he's
Peter?
probably an engineer class. What I hope is that that's just not the like alien for that class. I hope like you get to pick a rebel and then just randomly generates you as a different alien or human. That'd be so awesome.
Okay, so here AT-AT just showed up and got bombarded by Y-wings. I'm hoping that's not a kill streak like Call of Duty. I really don't.
Yeah. And we never saw AT-AT in Endor, I believe.
Not in Battlefront 1 or 2.
Or in the movies. And here comes Darth Vader.
Well, in the Return of the Jedi, he's delivered to Darth Vader in an AT-AT on Endor.
Yes.
Lots of glorious space battles. Boba Fett flying around on Tatooine.
Uh,
And
Falcon?
that looks like
Maybe
at the
playable?
last bit there looks like Mustafar there, some kind of a lava planet with the TIE fighters and the
You know what?
Millennium
I'm going to
Falcon flying
rewind
around.
just a little bit just to look at that.
And so yeah, excitement.
I'm not sure
We'll
about
know.
if it's lava, but it looks like it's either like a Coruscanti or right, you're right, maybe a Mustafa type place, somewhere dark and desolate that the Empire enjoys.
Okay, so obviously they've stated no prequels, and know what else since you're more knowledgeable on this.
Okay, so no prequels and Galaxoid A. There's said there's space battles, but there's actually no space battles. The all the battles of the flying nature will be planet side. So you go into hangar, you hop into a X-wing right there on the ground, and you're just gonna stay planet side. You're not gonna go into space at all.
I say no space battles if I did. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, definitely no space battles that you were used to there in Battlefront 2,
Yeah,
which
like
sucks, right?
I hope the maps are really, really, really big, cause that you can run out of room real fast.
Well, it's built on a Frostbite engine. How big were the maps on Battlefield 4? That's the big question right there. I never played it for
Um,
PS4 or Xbox
I
One.
did the beta or the demo, and it's you know it's big, but you know it's not that big.
Well, Battlefield 3 scaled up pretty big if there were 64 players,
Yeah,
right? I
that's
mean,
true.
so it could
But
be pretty, but at the same time, getting rid of the space battles kind of feels like a step back, doesn't it?
yeah, I know now Battlefront 2 will actually be kind of rare because then you have space battles, and sometimes I like me some dogfighting.
And believe me, it is fun because we evolved that and streamed. Well, we didn't stream it. We evolved that last weekend. The space battles with single flag, capture the flag. Very fun, very fun. We played the prequel map over Coruscant, and it was really cool with a max amount of bots. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be missing that. Really, I really would be missing that. That was the best thing about Front 2. That feels like kind of taken away if they kind of taken away the original spies versus mercs kind of mode on Splinter Cell.
which they
It's
have.
still right, exactly. It doesn't feel the same, and
No,
Chaos
not
Theory
the
will still
same.
be a better game because of it.
Right.
So
So
who
yeah.
knows? Maybe the space battles will be a DLC.
Oh, that's good. That you know what? I wouldn't put it out of the reach of EA to do something like that.
Because some of the quotes I read on PC Gamer, they didn't exactly say straight up no. They kind of tiptoe around it and said, we want to recreate the most accurate like land battles of the Star Wars universe and stuff like that. But they didn't really
Right.
outright say no.
Okay,
So
so maybe that be a thing for the future, or yeah.
hope for
So
DLC if it when it releases. If there's no space battles, don't buy it. Wait a little bit. Maybe if the best space battles come up, or snatch it up on a Steam sale. That's what I'm
yeah,
talking about. Patient
exactly.
gamer, yo.
Steam sale. Yeah. So yeah, and then no prequel stuff, and what was else? There no two. Oh, and then I want to kind of get back to what Galaxoid was saying of maybe that TIE bomber interaction there we saw in the trailer was some sort of kill streak or something.
Shades of Call of Duty, please no. I don't like the kill streaks per se because that makes people play differently instead of like getting caps and getting flags, which is the usually which is like what most Battlefield games should be, capturing
Right.
flags and allowing the team to win.
Right, and at the heart, Battlefront is a Battlefield game.
Absolutely. So hopefully no kill streaks. The rewards like they did on Battlefront 2. You remember the slightly better guns for like staying alive for so
Right.
long, and it was a kill streak thing. It was an award for like a better weapon, but it
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
that
yeah,
much of
that
a
was
big
awesome.
thing. Better
Can you
sniper, better
remember
blaster,
any
something.
like Battlefield where you can call in like an artillery strike or a airstrike or something like that?
Well, obviously the first 1942, everything was you had the sniper that spotted and the artillery thing that did indirect fire.
All right, yeah.
I don't remember on Battlefield 3, unfortunately. Bad Company. Jeez, man. I'm really dating myself, but Bad Company I got really into, and I don't recall any artillery strikes
Yeah.
from like kind of like a kill streak artillery strike. You getting in the artillery and shooting like just a vehicle.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
don't know how. I forget how that worked. I don't know if it was like 1942. It's been a while since I played Bad Company.
So I'm saying either like you got some sort of rebel class that targets something and calls in a strike, or is it just maybe team coordination with the Y bomber flyers and hey, here's enemy, we need to get bombed, something like
Yeah,
that.
hopefully, like Battlefield at its root, everything, every vehicle, everything on the map needs to be flyable, pilotable by a player character, or by a player, and that's what I think Battlefield, needs to be. None of this like, I don't know. Oh, Battlefield 2, they had artillery strikes with
Oh,
the
cool.
commander could call them artillery
Ah,
strikes. Remember the
nice.
RTS kind of view?
Oh
But yeah,
yeah, man, that was back in
I mean,
yeah.
don't you agree? Every vehicle on the battlefield needs to be able to be like entered to
Yeah, you
or
need to
flown.
get in that. Yeah, definitely. There shouldn't be anything you can't get into.
Well, I tell you what, I hated the artillery in Battlefield 2. I would like blow it up before they changed it. I would just be Spec Ops and blow up all three of those things, and like I would get no points. But I was like, good, they can call in artillery strikes because I hated them.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so
Okay.
that was Battlefront. Any other thing for Battlefront?
Oh, so yeah. So the reason why I know that planet is not Tatooine is because they announced that the first DLC for Star Wars Battlefront will actually be to sort of tie in with Force Awakens. It's going to be called the Battle of Jakku, and it's that sandy planet in the beginning of the trailer where there is a down Star Destroyer and stuff. And apparently, the Battle of Jakku takes place between. Oh, I guess we haven't talked about that yet. So the Empire now is called the First Order, or I'm gonna call them like the remnants of the Empire because I don't understand how that works because we destroy the Empire, damn it. So the yeah, this new
We, the
sort of
possessors, we.
faction. I say we. I'm a rebel, damn it. Always have
I
been.
found him. I found him. Repeat, I
Yeah,
found him.
me,
Rogue
Rogue
2.
Two. No one
All by
else.
myself.
Rogue Two. I found them. Repeat.
Fuck
I
these
found
other guys. It was all me. I'm not gonna die like in the next scene, I swear. So I'm very important. Rogue 2. Alright, bye.
them. Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
And then and I guess which should be called the New Republic is now called the Resistance to resist the First Order. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's very confusing. I guess we'll find out when the movie comes out. Um, but yeah, so the first DLC, which is going to be free, is going to be the Battle of Jakku versus the First Order and the Resistance.
See, that's news to me because when you texted me that, you said First Order, like DLC versus the Resistance. I was like, okay, I'm thinking about Resistance, Fall of Man. What DLC are we talking about? First Order. I was thinking Order 6, 1866. I'm like, I've never heard of this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So how people found that out was at the celebration itself. They have all the props and stuff, and on the little placards, for all the like little names. Like, hey, this is it should be called an Empire Tie Fighter, but no, instead it's oh hey, this is the First Order Tie Fighter, and hey, this is a Resistance X-wing. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
So
interesting.
so that's how people figured that out.
So does this mean this is actually like a whole galaxy-wide fight, or is this just like a small section of the
Uh,
galaxy that's still
I'm
fighting? You
assuming
know?
it's like some Sith or Empire remnants banding together to start shit up in galaxy-wide fashion. Yeah.
Hmm.
There is a
Interesting.
book that is coming out. I can't remember the name of it, but it's an official Star Wars book, and it's going to be pretty much fill in the gap what's uh, happening between Return of the Jedi till the Force Awakens. It's called Empire Divided, I think, something like
Oh,
that.
okay. So probably the same themes we read in Expanded Universe again, but they just wanted to create it new for themselves for the movies, which is fine.
Yeah, maybe under the math
All right. Anything
is
else for
oh wait, no, never mind, that's a bad theory. I was gonna say maybe he's Count Dooku under the mask, but Count Dooku got his head chopped off, so
he's he's still alive after all these years
yes,
somehow.
it's fine.
Like
His neck
in
just needed a little ointment. It was fine.
a Futurama container, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't talk about that black not the black guy, not Don Boyega, but the
Jesus,
actually
the Dark Trooper.
dark
Yeah,
colored trooper, stormtrooper.
so
We didn't talk about
awesome.
that guy.
No idea what that's about. I wanted like think he's a good guy would be awesome, but he's
Do
probably
you think he's
bad.
a bounty hunter or something? What do you think that's about?
Yeah, maybe a bounty hunter. God, I don't know, but he is awesome.
Well, hopefully we don't get bombarded by all these cool like visuals and like cool villains and supposed
Yeah,
villains and in the next movie, oh, forget about all those guys. We're moving on to different villains. Here's Christopher Lee.
yeah. Like, I'm hoping it. That's my one worry is that it's not too much.
We want continuity through all three films. All right, so
Yeah.
yeah, we went back to Force Awakens, but so that was Battlefront. Anything else for Battlefront before we move on?
So it's gonna looks like the Xbox One crowd gets to play it first through EA Access, and so that sucks.
Lame,
But
super
it's gonna
lame.
be released in November.
Or actually, I should say congratulations, Xbox One owners.
Yeah, that kind of yeah, it's lame. Really lame.
But lame for me, super lame for me.
Yeah, fuck it. Anyways,
Well, good. Okay, so moving on to our superheroes. That obviously was the Star Wars portion. The Ant-Man trailer dropped, and now we're not gonna the official trailers, or is it called a teaser? Man, these things
it
are
is
getting
this one's a
confusing, aren't they?
trailer. Yeah, this is the teaser trailer wars. Wars. Yeah, so the Ant Man is a trailer. Let's get that. It's the first a trailer because they already had their first teaser. Star Wars is the second teaser, and Battlefront is that Battlefront's a trailer.
Now, if somebody out there can tell us the difference between a teaser and a trailer, I thought maybe it was like length, but
Yes.
they're pretty close to it. Like one's 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, the other's like a minute 80 something, so minute 98. I'm like, wait
So
a minute, they're almost the same length. Maybe one shows up in the movie theaters, one doesn't necessarily show up in the theaters, and maybe it's the time between the I don't know. It's confusing, you know.
I think the main thing between a teaser and a trailer is a trailer maybe gives more information about the story.
There's more talking, there's more uh monologuing, there's more emoting. We've got to have more emoting.
Yes. Like I feel with the trailer, you know what the movie's about, and with the teaser, you're like, "Ooh, I wonder what this is gonna be about. It's gonna be cool."
That sounds good. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. Yeah, I like that description. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard
Okay,
it
so
first
Ant-Man
here
trailer
at
one.
Galaxoid and Nebular.
Yeah. So Ant-Man trailer one. What were your thoughts on that? No.
So you actually see the villain, which I think this trailer, the Ant-Man trailer, I think it showed a little bit too much because I felt like um, it showed a lot of the story. And like at the end when he's actually fighting the Bumblebee Man or Hornet, or I don't know his villains at all, but he looks like a fucking
Yellow
stingy
Jacket. Who's
guy.
Yellow
Yeah,
Jacket?
Yellow Jacket, something. I don't know, whatever. Um, but and then he's like they're fighting in the kids' room. I think that's got to be one of the like freaking main events happening already. So I feel like the trailer gave a lot away.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily think so. I think there's probably still stuff that they can show.
Right. And I'm
By the
glad that we got to see more of Paul Rudd, and it's pretty. He sounds pretty funny. I don't know if it's just because his lines are funny or if he's just great.
Well, he got obviously got jacked up for the role. So the funny thing about this is like with the teaser, you didn't know how serious the movie was gonna be, or like it's gonna be a
Right.
serious movie. But finally, with some humor, Evangeline Lilly, punch him in the face, stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be a good balance. Sort of like it to me got like a Captain America type feel, like how it was kind of serious, but it's still kind of campy and corny because hey, it's Captain America.
Yeah, exactly. How can you make a movie that's taken serious,
Yeah. And
named
like
Captain America?
I like the little joke in it where he's like I forget how it goes. Like I went to prison for stealing and for breaking in, stealing and stuff like that. So what do you
Breaking
want
in
me?
somewhere and stealing some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you want? What do you want me to do? And he
Break
was
in
like,
somewhere and steal some stuff.
yeah. He was like, okay. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I'm optimistic about the movie. I just thought the trailer gave away too much.
Yeah, so Evangeline Lilly, she's Hope Van Dyne, which is not Janet Van Dyne, so she's not the Wasp, which was
It's a
uh,
sidekick or something. I really don't know
well,
anything about Ant-Man.
she was basically like well, I guess you can call it sidekick, but she was just the other part of the duo to Ant Man. They were, I believe they were
Oh,
engaged at one point.
like
I don't know if
the
they
War
ever got
Machine.
married.
Yeah, just like War Machine, because I think he was engaged to Tony Stark at one point.
Well, I know they were romantically involved back and forth there with Hank Pym, but
Yes.
Oh, and Iron Man and War Machine, they were romantically involved as well. Yes, you're right.
Yep. Yes.
But yeah. So maybe she's not gonna be Wasp. She's gonna be I don't know. You know.
Is that so is she a character from the comic book, or did they pull like a Smallville? Well, oh, it's not Lois Lane, it's Lana Lane, or something like that.
Wow, I didn't know that from Smallville. I don't know without googling it right now if you could, but like yeah, I just don't know. We just don't know.
Okay, so she's not the Wasp. She's just a lady. Damn it. Um. Yeah.
She's the Wasp's mom, I guess. She's the Wasp's sister.
Right. Anything about the trailer else you'd like to add?
Well, it's good to finally see Yellow Jacket. He looked pretty cool. It was good to see him finally like messing around with the ants. I thought
All
that was
right, I
pretty neat.
forgot. Yes. Yeah, I like that part too.
And they explained kind of his powers and why he was strong too. They said, hey, you're small, you're kind of like a bullet. So the thing is, when he shrinks down real small, he has for some reason with Pym particles. I don't know how this is gonna work. He still has the strength of a dude, or he
Yeah.
might have the strength. Who knows with the I don't know suit? Maybe he gets like ant strength or whatever.
Yeah,
But
it's like the end.
um,
Yeah.
ant strength, the ratio human to ant. I don't know. Anyways, so when you're smaller, more force is applied in a smaller area. So they're like you're like a bullet. You know,
Yeah.
pressure equals mass times or force equals mass times area. So he's
We're
got a
getting
smaller
scientific on
area,
this one.
and it's a stronger force.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
that was kind of fun, you know?
I like
Yeah.
that explaining, and then like you never see Spider-Man like hanging out with a bunch of spiders or anything.
Oh, he does. You just don't see it, and it's very,
Oh,
very dirty.
maybe not. And then like he was even riding an ant in the trailer too, and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. So the train part was pretty funny. The top is the train engine.
Yes,
Anyways, yeah. So good trailer. Go check it out, and yeah,
but
definitely. Hopefully, it's
so
as
we're
funny
gonna
as Galaxy.
yeah, exactly. I hope there's nice balance to it at least. Speaking of balance, something tipped the scales of the internet, uh, particularly today and yesterday. That was the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice trailer leaking online.
Yeah. The teaser.
Teaser, sorry. God damn it, this really gets
Official
confusing, huh?
teaser. Oh wait, hold on. I'm at the Warner Brothers Pictures YouTube account, and it says official teaser trailer. So go
Oh
figure that
god,
one
well
out.
that's well, it is a teaser. It's a teaser. It's god damn it. Well, yeah, it's a teaser trailer. So the Force Awakens is a teaser trailer, but people say teasers because it's faster to say.
Okay, so where do I wear my shoes now? On my hands?
Yes, I put my hat on my butt, so I think it's pretty good.
So we're gonna sync this one up too. Why not? Okay, let's go to. I'll do the 3, 2, 1 count again, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so officially released on the Warner Brothers Pictures there YouTube, and Galaxoid here is going to go ahead and do the 3, 2, 1. So prep your video there.
Yeah, it's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice official teaser trailer HD, and we're gonna do 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. Play. Warner Brothers.
DC.
DC Comic. A lot of talking with dark screens, unfortunately.
So, well,
So
I guess we'll talk
apparently,
about that later.
like Superman always happens to become Jesus. Everybody looks up to him like a false prophet or god.
God, I guess that's why I hate Superman too.
You hate Superman because he's Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. He is sort of
So it's a long zoomed
false.
in shot with a whole bunch of talking over a statue. Look at him holding up towards flying in the sky. Someone's like raising their hands towards him.
And that's my favorite part. And it's false god. Oh god.
Yeah, false
Very like
god on his
Raptor-y.
chest on that statue.
And we see freaking
And
Ben Affleck looking very Bruce Wayne.
looking trim, looking daredevilish. Lots of empty costumes in these teasers, I tell you.
Yeah.
A lot of Batwing and Batmobile
Yeah,
shots.
Batwing, Batmobile.
And there's the money shot of him finally in the costume. It looks like a older,
Well, this is the stuff from Comic Con. The rain. That's all they showed in Comic Con.
yeah, just that last bit. And so what he says at the end there, and it's kind of hard to hear, is how do you plead? Or I'm sorry, do you bleed? I'm sorry.
How do you bleed? You feel, bro? You feel?
Do you bleed? And then he says you will.
No, it actually says, "Do you read?" And you feel, bro.
Oh, oh, is that what it says? Do you read? And then he says you will. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, poor simple Superman.
You know the funny thing is I was gonna say because I originally thought it said how do you plead. I'm like, oh, not guilty. But I in my head I was like, oh, it's it's do you bleed. So
Yeah.
what he says is how do you
I like
plead? Like,
yours
oh
better.
man,
Yours was getting more philosophical, I think. How do you
yeah, I
plead
guess
for the
so.
injustices you do against nature, Superbot?
Is it true, Superman, that you are an absolute jackass that never tips? Objection, withdrawn. Damage is already
But
done. You can say anything you want and withdraw it.
so I just want to make a quick announcement. I'm gonna post a calendar of Zombies to Aliens. What we're doing on Mondays is called Meme Mondays, where we're just gonna have funny pictures up. And I swear to God, I'm going to make memes of how do you plead Superman, and also do you read Superman. I'll make memes of those and put those on zombies-to-aliens.net.
Well, I'm telling you, if you make a meme, how do you please make them say no contest?
No
Because
contest.
then the money or like in some kind of contest where you already won and he's smiling, looking like a douche.
I really
Superman
like
always
the
wins.
reading one. Do you read Superman? You will. The next panel is him teaching Superman how to read. So nice.
So thoughts on that? We saw Batman and Iron Man. The armor and stuff like that. We saw
Yeah,
Batfleck.
Batman. Yeah, that's really cool. That's the stuff they shot at Comic Con. What I was really excited for was that shot where he's just ducking under something coming out and see the full him in the costume and then him standing on that building. What Batman does is just duck under things and stands on buildings.
Yeah, he's very brooding.
With
And,
Superman, like they're like, oh, the costumes were revealed of like, yeah, here's Batman's costume, but here's Superman's. And to me, like the look of Superman, like nothing changed from Man of Steel.
yeah, nothing. He's the same. So I mean, that's good. Continuity. We like continuity, right?
Yes, and then like yeah, and then I don't think there's nothing new from the Superman side of things.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm already coming into this movie already hating Superman. It's funny,
okay.
but
Why do you hate Henry Cavill so much? He's got like huge
well,
guns.
no, I don't hate
No
him. I
homo.
just hate Superman.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yo,
he's kind of a jackass all around.
well, I'd say I like the cornier the superhero, the more I like them because because it doesn't it's hard to translate, and I think it's because I like challenges. They did really well with Captain America,
Yeah,
and Superman's got the dumbest name in the history of dumb names of superheroes ever, and they did it okay, I guess, in the Zack Snyder one. I don't know.
yeah, it's okay.
Hoperman. It stands for hope.
But
Never called
they
Superman.
never called him Superman. That
Yeah.
remember it was like, what does that for? It stands for hope in my planet.
hmm
We
Yeah. So
should
I guess
call you Superman.
So the Hoperman we have. Um, I don't know.
Yes.
I didn't mind him. I thought it was all right. That that film was all right.
Yeah. Um, I forgot what I was
So
gonna say. So that's
in the
yeah, no,
comics in Batman versus Superman, Batman beat the living shit out of Superman because he had like
oh really?
a kryptonite necklace. Now
Nice.
with the Hoperman saga, where his powers were taken away from the atmosphere in like it was the atmosphere, right? In the that they were trying to terraform the planet into, and he didn't have
Right.
any strength, right?
Right. Yeah.
How is Batflack gonna whoop his ass to death?
Well, he's already armored, and then he probably does have some sort of kryptonite on him or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Thoughts on if Batfleck is gonna be like actually the villain? You think he's gonna be more the villain?
I think what it's gonna start out as is I'm not sure about the comics, but I love the animated one where they teamed up, which was the world's finest heroes, and in that one they start off as enemies, sort of competing with each other, and then by the end of it they team up to work together. So I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen here.
All right. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Avengers, they were kind of fighting it at the beginning and they came together at the end. So
Um.
where does it,
Go ahead. Sorry, I was gonna ask you a question, but you were gonna ask me a question.
Well, I was gonna say, where do you think that leaves Jason Momoa and I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but where does that leave Aquaman and Wonder Woman? Because is this
Uh,
like all gonna fit in 2 hours?
no, I'm assuming that unlike the Avengers, where everyone kind of likes each other, with the DC Justice League, I'm assuming all of the members are gonna hate each other at first,
Okay, I can see
and then
that.
it'll be like
Basically, not even
them
being
kind of.
cordial with each other.
Yeah, they're gonna be some fights, and then eventually they're gonna try to work together. Which I guess
Oh,
happened
okay.
with Avengers, but I feel like the Avengers cooperated more right off the bat than I think this Justice League is going to.
Yeah, it was more snarky, like, hey, you don't do Pilates, and hey, you're a dickhead. Whereas the DC people probably be like, don't even look at me, I'll punch you in your face, and then he does it.
Yeah,
Maybe like
yeah,
that.
that's Batman saying that, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But I was gonna ask you. I didn't know about the comics. In the comics, when they first meet, do they find each other's secret identity out right off the bat?
That's a good question. I don't remember that aspect of it. It's been like, shoot, 20 years, so yeah, I
Okay.
don't
Because
quote me as an expert on the comics.
well, I feel like I've watched recently The World's Finest Heroes on Vimeo. I bet you can find it for free to watch the whole thing. And in that, freaking Superman does his douchey, oh, I can see through walls and X-rayedness now. And he looks under Batman's mask and sees Bruce Wayne, who he knows as Clark Kent already, because Bruce Wayne's already trying to, get with Lois Lane. So he does that in a fight, and Batman, like, drops a smoke pellet and gets the hell out of there. And then so Superman flies home thinking he won the fight like a jackass. And but unbeknownst to him is a little tracker on his cape. And then as he's going to like undress, become Clark Kent, he looks out the window and he sees Batman with binoculars looking at him. And then Batman just salutes and then grapples away.
Well, that's kind of Batman should have came with the Batwing and like started opening fire as soon as he was done dressing.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah. It feels
I'll
like
tell you.
this one they seem to have more animosity between them than like in the cartoon, which is all friendly and stuff.
Well, you got to think if you're looking at it like a global war of terrorism kind of like viewpoint, having somebody that powerful just like hanging out on your planet, that's like yeah, Batman's like I don't like that. I'm gonna talk
Yeah,
to
but
this
then
dude.
again, isn't Batman sort of a terrorist himself because he's a vigilante?
Well, obviously, but
Oh
Batman
man,
don't care.
yeah,
You know,
Batman don't give a fuck. That's another
the honey
meme I
badger.
will make. But
Hey,
anyways,
so
do you want to dissect the voices that we heard a little bit?
I could not tell uh who when like obviously the "Do You Bleed" part was Ben Affleck, but
Yes.
he he sounded different, so he
Oh, it's just
sounded
because of
meaner. So yeah,
the robot Batman gear. But in the very
right.
first line, I'm not sure who the very first line is, but the second one has to be Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor talking about gods and whatnot.
Hmm.
It sounds like his voice. I don't know. I guess
The Social Network died. Nice. Yeah.
yeah. My son watches a lot of Rio, so I guess I could pick out his voice pretty easy.
Jesse Eisenberg. I know that guy from
Gotta be him.
Zombieland. Trust
So
me.
yeah, I'm excited to see the next trailer if we actually get to see Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, this teaser didn't sate any type of appetite for me. I want to see all the main characters. I want to see Gal Gadot. I want to see Aquaman. I want to see everything. So
So is that like, are they Wonder Woman and Aquaman gonna be a big part of it, or are they gonna just be something tacked on the end?
they're probably just walking around like watching stuff and like, oh shoot, that's that's messed up. Anyways,
Hey,
I'm
I'm
helping.
Aquaman. I talk to fish. Hey, I'm
No,
Wonder Woman.
in all seriousness, will we see them in costume is the big thing, right? I don't know how much. Wonder Woman's going to be in costume. Aquaman, yeah, we'll see him in costume, but how big of a part are they going to play? That's a good question. Well, we won't
Yeah,
know till like the
how do you
the
even
the
fit them
trailer.
into what's going on? Because yeah, Batman and Superman fighting, and then all of a sudden they show up. I don't know. I guess I'm just curious to see how that works out.
Maybe I mean they treat Superman like the Hulk. Everybody's got to try to take him down because he's a huge threat.
Oh wow, that's a good theory.
Basically
Yeah,
invincible, right?
right. That sounds good.
I'll go with that. He's Godzilla. Everybody's trying to take him out, I guess. And then they're like, wait a minute, there's another person here that eats nuclear bombs. Superman, can you help me?
Right.
So yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah. Any other theories? I was trying to remember. No, it's just a really short teaser, and we didn't get much. But hopefully, we get something better here shortly.
You know what would be badass if they do Batman and Superman team up at the end, and then all of a sudden Jared Leto as the Joker teams up with Lex Luthor and shit goes down.
Yeah. Well,
That'd be awesome.
that's a whole nother whole nother.
Right. I would like at
So
least
yeah,
like maybe just like after the credits, way after the credits, and they show the freaking Warner Brothers thing again, and it's like everyone's walking out of the theater. I would like just to have like a Joker laugh. That'd be so awesome.
dude, man, if they do shawarma like that, if they do
Yeah,
those Easter eggs,
exactly.
start doing the Easter eggs like Marvel, they can absolutely kill it. They need to
Oh,
start
they
doing that.
gotta do that. Yeah, that'd be so awesome. There wasn't anything at the end of Man of Steel, right? I don't think so.
I don't remember. I don't. I knew. Well, you know what? I didn't see that one in theater, so.
Yeah, and then like, yeah, me neither. And then by the time the DVD went to the credits, I was like, okay, that's enough of that.
Oh, you really did like that one, huh?
It was just a Superman picture. You know what? I do like Superman, and the only Superman I really love is actually the one everybody hated, and that was Superman Returns.
Yeah, you're a big Brandon Rothschild. I forgot about that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that one
mainly
too. That
because
was.
freaking Bryan Singer was involved, and I love Bryan Singer, even though he rapes girls or something, allegedly.
Oh, little boys,
Oh,
tiny
that's right,
little boys.
allegedly, allegedly.
Well, not little boys. Just actors trying to make it in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, he raped them.
Yeah.
If it wasn't actual rape, he raped their dreams.
All right, we went on a
Yeah, but
weird
anyways,
tangent here.
anyways. So yeah, I like that movie because of Bryan Singer and James Marsden. And I like how it's sort of a tip of the hat to the old Superman movies.
Yeah, and they just kind of threw that up. I mean, threw that away in the new one. Yeah, we had to modernize. I understand that, but you could have stayed in the same continuity.
Yeah,
People love continuity.
I would have
I
liked
love that
that.
because of the continuity.
I like Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, and I like that actor. I forget his name now, but he's awesome as Superman. And the freaking the
Brandon Routh.
rumors,
I just
yes. And the rumors about the second one was there was going to be Darkseid, so I was all about that.
and then First Class came along. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, then he
Um.
had to go back to X Men because shit was falling apart without him.
Yep. Well, yeah. So I guess we're gonna close it up on that.
Do you
Any
want to
other
talk about
information you'd like to?
Terminator Genesis or anything?
Nah, we covered that one podcast, and there's a new. So to listeners, there is a new Terminator Genesis trailer
New
out.
trailer.
Watch it.
Shit's going down. They're doing sort of a X Men Days of Future. Well, everything just ties into X Men nowadays, isn't it? They're doing a Days of Future Past thing with Genesis. That there's like alternate timelines. There's alternate past and there's alternate future. So shit's going down.
Mhm.
And
And
well, like one X Men thing again before we get off topic is freaking Olivia Munn just got casted as freaking Psylocke in Apocalypse.
yeah, I'm not a fan of Olivia Munn. Never was. But
You know what? It'll
casting
work.
wise,
It'll work good if they treat it like John Wick, where she doesn't have many lines.
Okay, so you're saying she's a bad actress?
Yes, that's it.
All right. Yeah, that could work out. But to tell the truth, I haven't really seen her in anything where she like acted really bad. So I don't know. She's probably okay. She's not
Yeah,
Pamela Anderson. You know what I mean?
right. Which I think Psylocke's role may not be that big anyway, so we'll probably be fine.
Right. It's gonna be like freaking that Portal girl or something. Or actually, it's gonna be like Colossus from
Yeah, it's
Days of
gonna
Future Past.
it's gonna be the exact scene shot from shot with Hugh Jackman, and then it's gonna be Psylocke, and then Psylocke's but I can help you, and they're gonna keep the voice acting, I think, from Colossus, and it's gonna be exactly the same.
Exact same lines. Ah, I wanted her to go. And then suddenly you'll see Hugh Jackman's ass because she's like, wait a minute, it's the time in the movie where I have to show my bare ass. I've been working
Exactly.
out, guys.
That's a recipe for a good X-Men movie.
Cut and print. Bryan Singer, I'm gonna go to Hawaii to go. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Nice.
So on that bombshell, which is that show is canceled by the way, I think we'll go ahead and end it. Any other last things, real quick?
So yeah, I got some Zombies to Alien things announcements to make. I'm gonna post a scheduled calendar of what we're doing weekly. So I talked about Meme Mondays. That's gonna be Mondays, and we're gonna post some funny meme or something there on the intraweb. Then Wednesdays is gonna be GBA Wednesdays, where I'm gonna be streaming GBA titled games, mostly Pokemon and Sword of Mana on Wednesdays. And then Fridays is going to be Free Game Fridays, where I'm going to post or stream or talk about something that is a really good game and that it's free to you, the listener. And then, of course, we have Saturday streamings with Galaxoid and company. And then Sunday, we're going to be podcasting, hopefully, with Zombies to Aliens. Not every Sunday, but our Sunday slots are for podcasters.
Right, and the Saturday streaming slot, we're going to be freeform with that. We're not going to do necessarily all the time 5 p.m. We're just going to stream and we'll post it on the website when we go
Yes.
live, or a Facebook if you're following us on Facebook, or if you're following us on the website. And we'll definitely post when we stream.
Yes, and I would like to say we need to do some Battlefront 2 this Saturday, because that just talk about space battles make me want to do some space battles.
Maybe we'll do that.
Yes.
It's a Far Cry sale weekend. Maybe we'll get some
Oh
co-op
God.
going with Far Cry
Yeah,
4.
I forgot about that too.
Stealing the GTA thunder.
Right? No kidding.
Who knows? We both got alphas. We're both gonna try to run it with alphas. See how the Core i3 handles the multi-threading 4 threads on Far Cry 4. It should be pretty good.
Cool. How do you think the alpha would do for Battlefront? Is Battlefront gonna be a demanding game?
It looks like it's gonna probably be demanding, but it's built on the Frostbite engine. As far as we
Right.
know, that's all still gonna be. If you can run Battlefield 4, you can
Can
run
run Battlefront.
Battlefront.
Right.
And
Cool.
as we know, the alpha does run Battlefront 4 fine, so we should be good. The only
Nice.
thing that's like completely hard right now for any computer is Far Cry 4. That's the hardest. GTA 5, I haven't heard any words yet. A lot of people got angry and like uninstalled it, but for the most part, it seems like it's working, and the alpha works with GTA 5 too. So,
Cool. Nice.
all right, so that's about gonna do it for us here at for the Galaxoid and Nebular cast. Thanks for joining us, and this is Galaxoid Nebular signing off. Take care, bye.